Alright, welcome back. Here we go. So what we're going to do today is quickly show you how to connect to an Access database through VBA. So first things first, go to Tools and select your ActiveX, Microsoft ActiveX object version. Mine right now is 6.1, so it's not that bad. Pretty cool. So right now we're just defining our objects. So con1 is going to be your ADODB dot connection, and a record set is going to be again an ADODB dot record set. So the data source is going to be the string location to your database. I just created a quick, painless sample for an Access. I stored it on my desktop, and it's called testdb.accdb. So your string connection equals provider equals Microsoft. Now the connection here I'm using is an OLEB12. I know you can also try using, I believe it's a JET 4.0. You can give that a try depending on the type of DL reference you want to use. I think. I could be wrong, to be honest. So all I know is that this works, and it's totally fine. So my data source is going to be, actually, just so you guys, it's easy to remember, is my data source. So it's your string location to your database. Okay, so now what we're doing is I like to throw in a loop and connecting to my Access database. This can be used when you have a database that is shared with multiple users. Could be okay. Obviously, it's not the best to use an Access database if you have multiple users. Like 2 or 3 can be fine, but if you're thinking this is going to be the backbone of a self-standing application, that's going to be pretty hard to do. You can try to get by on this loop, because unless you're asking it for a ton of information, the connections are fairly quick. So just give it a try. So this is very simple. Time equals now plus time value. I just threw this on a 35-second loop, but you can do a minute, you can do 2 minutes. Basically what's going to happen is it's going to try to make a connection to your database until it does within that time frame of about a minute. And if it doesn't, then it's going to let you know. Okay, so we're going to set our connection. Connection equals new ADODB.connection. Then we're going to open our connection to our Access database. The search criteria can be anything. You can link this to a text box or a combo box or really anything. I'm just using a date that I know is in my database. There's only 3 lines. And it's very simple, but you can make it more complicated. And the SQL that we're using here is really simple. It's basically just asking for the record that has my search criteria. So select from my database where date of sale equals my search criteria, which is the date. Now, go online if you don't know anything about SQL. Basically, it's a string command that is a specific format that you can use to communicate to a database, actually quite simply. And it's very powerful, and it's a great skill to learn. Apparently people always ask it on a resume, like, oh, do you know SQL, or, and you're just like, sure, yeah, I guess, I know English, so yeah, I know SQL, thanks. So right now I'm putting my connection, my request. So I'm basically opening a record set, and then I'm going to be reading through that record set. So call recordset.open, then you're going to bracket my query, and then within my connection that I've created to the Access database. So with the record set, we're just going to throw in a check just to make sure that if there isn't any values, you can skip or you can end your sub, just depending on what you want to do. For this, I'm just going to carry forward, so skip equals true. So basically, if it doesn't find anything, just skip the rest so you don't really get an error. So if skip is false, move to the first. Okay, what this does is moves to the first record, and then in there you can read the read the information from those specific columns. So for me, I've got client name and address, and then just to show you guys, I'm just going to debug print this to my immediate window, and then after we're going to move next, which is pretty cool. Whenever we get there, I think we're going to get there soon. Depends how fast I can type. I'm not a fast typer. I'm actually not a good typer either. I can't spell worth a damn. My grade 2 teacher is probably thinking, oh, I told him he'll never be able to spell, and I can't spell. So we're just going to finish that out. So right now we're just going to move first, and then right before the loop, move next. Now we're about to throw in, what did I forget here? Oh, my air trapping. Oh, God. So on air, go to error. You can call it anything, basically. If there's an error, it's just going to jump to a specific location. So it's going to jump to my air select. Oh, pardon me. I swear that I normally find this extremely exciting. Just a little tired this morning. So select case error, and this is a specific case for your Access database already being open. So that's basically, I'm using it if it's open by an individual, or it's already processing a request. If it's already processing a request, we're just going to wait for that loop to time out. So hopefully within that 60 seconds or 30 seconds or whatever you feel necessary, that'll make a connection and grab your data without timing out. So this is pretty much it. So we're just gonna, that's my database, data I want to grab, very important things, client names, address, dates, and there you go. So we're just going to run this through quickly again, and just show you how it works. So we're opening the connection, we're getting the record set and the data, and then that's it. That's all she wrote. So hopefully that helps you explain it just a little bit. I know obviously it wasn't the best, but yeah, thanks a lot for watching. And any questions, let me know. If you guys want to see anything, just let me know too. That's it. Ciao. See ya. Have a great one. Don't work too hard.